My name is MOIRA HORAN. I'm a stage 3 triple negative breast cancer survivor and a stage 4 lung cancer survivor, and I've also survived 2 brain metastases. So technically, I'm a triple crown survivor. For many years, I worked with Ironman, increasing women's participation in sports. I also founded an all-women's triathlon and an all-women's triathlon club. For my breast cancer treatment, I had 8 rounds of chemotherapy, what's known as ACT, followed by 20 rounds of radiation. For my lung cancer, I had chemotherapy, immunotherapy, around 20 rounds of radiation. I also had brain surgery and multiple rounds of radiation to my brain. My lowest moment during my breast cancer treatment was a day that I was on a ride with a friend, and after the first few minutes I realized all I wanted to do was stop my bike, sit on the curb. But I didn't. I kept going, and my friend's wife asked me after we finished, why didn't I stop? And it just truly never occurred to me that I could stop, that I did have to just keep going. And I didn't know at the time that that was far from what was going to be my lowest moment. There was much more to come later. I thought the breast cancer was going to be it, and that I was a survivor. 4 years after, I was diagnosed with a new lung cancer. That treatment hit me much, much harder. And I remember laying on my couch one day and saying, I don't think I can continue doing this anymore. If this is my life, I have to stop. I can't keep going. But thanks to my support system and my own stubbornness, I did keep going, and I finished, and I'm still fighting. About a year and a half later, I started having some mental deterioration, and it ended up with my husband taking me to Sloan Kettering in New York, where they did an MRI and discovered that I had brain metastasis that needed to be surgically removed. It never occurred to me at any point that I had the option of not addressing the problem that was right in front of me. And the brain metastasis and the surgery that was to come was just one more thing that I had to fight my way through and survive. And I did it, survived the brain surgery, and then the subsequent 3 rounds of radiation again to my brain. I've been blessed to have a very supportive community from my family, my husband, my daughter, my son-in-law, and my extended triathlon community has provided incredible support. Some people that have been through this before, other people who have not, and just stepped in to help in any way they could. I chose to blog and share all the experiences that I went through from the beginning until today. And so many people reached out to me who shared in my experience, related to part of my experience, or were going through the same thing that I went through. That was an incredible help to me to know that my cancer journey possibly has helped even just one other person who's out there. This journey has made me even stronger and more confident in the ability that I have, that I can continue to fight and I can continue to survive in spite of whatever's thrown at me. After what I've gone through, the one thing I really learned was to give it everything that I could, try every avenue that was introduced to me to help me fight what I had. I didn't want to look back at any point and say, I wish I had done this or I wish I had done that. If the doctors said surgery, I did it. If they said chemo, I did it. If they said radiation, I did it. The bottom line of all that is that we all just have to fight like hell.